The Rising Stars Award, what does it mean to me? Really, I mean, it's an honor, actually, I think, to have been selected. I mean, I have seen in past years some of the people who've been selected, and I know some of them from dealings, and they're all very impressive people. And the fact that I could be selected to be among that group, I mean, it means a lot to me personally. It's one of those things. I tend to be a little self-deprecating, so I tend to not think of myself as doing very much or having so much. So it's kind of interesting. You know, it's nice to be noticed, to have other people, you know, take note of things. But really, more for me, I'd said this to my wife, to my parents, that really this is sort of for you. You know, my parents who, you know, pushed me and encouraged me and all of that stuff. That, look, you know, this is for you. You know, to my wife, who's sort of, you know, made all sorts of sacrifices so that I could work hard and go away and do client things. You know, this is sort of for you. It wasn't all sort of in vain. So it's a prestigious award, and really, you know, we all share in it, because I couldn't have done it without all that support. Teamwork is a big part of my practice. I think a lot of what I'm involved in involves working either with teams of other lawyers inside the firm, whether it be associates or other partners, or with other teams of people at the client. It's actually very enjoyable. The teamwork aspect is one of the most enjoyable aspects, I think, of the practice. Some of the projects that I've worked on, some of the larger industrial projects or public-private partnerships and things like that, it's one of the most satisfying things about them, is you really do work with a team of other sort of cross-disciplinary professionals. You work with engineers, you work with accountants, environmental consultants, and you're really all part of one sort of team moving a project forward. So those are always very enjoyable. On a day-to-day basis, I find that teamwork is also very important. I think the reality of it is that everybody needs a strong team to sort of move on and succeed. Nobody can do anything by themselves. It's all about, you know, working with the people around you and having the people around you sort of work with you. You know, what do you see when you look ahead at your career? It's a tough one. It's interesting. I like the firm that I'm at. I like the people I work with. I mean, it's a real. I'm very lucky to be in that situation. When I look ahead, I tend to think not so much of things of myself and my own career, but really growing the firm, strengthening the firm, moving the firm ahead, and you know, dealing with issues like the cost effectiveness type issue, but you know, these issues that are facing law firms today. And so I guess what I really see is you know, that sort of further commitment to the firm and to growing the firm and strengthening the firm is really sort of, when I look ahead, the biggest issue that I see.